Hey guys, welcome. In this video, I want to talk about some of the problems that I've found in the Star Citizen Alpha 4.8 PTU regarding the gimbal mount as well as regarding the Hornet series and a few other ships. So let's start with the gimbal mount. As we all know that for the longest time, and especially in the current 4.7.2 live, for every gimbal mount, we can equip a smaller size of weapons. For example, actually, let's just use the SP viewer. So right now I'm in the 4.7.2 live. And for this ship, F7A Hornet Mark II, you have two size 4s, and two size 4 will have a Virpril size 4. And now, if you try to select weapons, you can select size 4 for it, and you can also select size 3 for it. A size 3 gimbal mount, you can either equip a size 3 or a size 2. But if you have some special turret that does not contain a Virpril mount, for example, the Hornet Mark II ball turret, you do not have the gimbal mount, and that's the time you can only equip one size of the weapons, which is size 3. However, this is not true in 4.8. Still, this is a F7A Hornet Mark II. Now, look at the size 4. If you click it, even though it's equipped with a Virpril size 4, but you don't have the option to equip a size 3 gun anymore. Only size 4. I'm not sure if this is a bug or this is going to be from now on, but to verify this, I called some of my ship in the 4.8 PTU, for example, the F7A Hornet Mark II. Now on the wings, you have a size 4 gimbal mount. Before, remember we can put size 3 guns on it? You can use 6 Cinch 3 cannons from the Banu Defender, and they're all size 3. Or if your size 4 weapon has a different ammo speed, then you will put a size 3 weapon just to match with all the other of the 4 guns. So you have one weapon pip. But right now we can't do that anymore. So this is problem number 1 for the Hornet. Now if I click this, you see, they're all size 4 guns. I don't have the option to equip any size 3 weapons. Now if you go to the Anvil Gladiator, which has both size 3 and size 4, for the size 3 turret, it has a gimbal mount size 3. But if you click this, you don't have the option to equip a size 2 guns anymore. If this is so, then it can cause problems for our Hornets. Besides, the Hornet itself has some problems. Now, first problem is with the F7A Hornet. The nose turret guns are locked. You can see the badges are graded out. Not only that, top ball turret is also locked. So I can only use the badgers and the pincers if I want to change them to omniskis to have a higher damage deflection threshold. I cannot unless I change these turret. So I can swap with either the F7C Super Hornet Mark I's turret or the Heartseeker Mark I's turret. But these turret only has 2 size 1 weapons. So I will have to replace my size 2 to size 1. And now for the ball turret, same thing. I can change to a different ball turret, which you can only equip 2 size 2s. So you downgrade your weapon size for this military Hornet. So I don't know why they lock these. But we're gonna try later in the video, see if we can manually swap these weapons and save the loadout. I'm not sure if we can achieve that or not, so that will be a really good test we're gonna do later in the video. Not only for this ship, for all your ships too. If that works, you can manually switch your components and save as a copy or snapshot throughout the patch as long as you don't change it. So this is problem number 1 with Hornet F7A Mark I. And besides, of course, the gimbal mount. If I don't want to use size 4, I want to use size 3, I can't. Now, this is not the problem for other Hornet. For example, F7A Hornet Mark II. This Hornet is good. You can change pretty much everything. However, we do have some problems with other Hornet Mark IIs. Except the F7A Hornet Mark II, for the rest of the Mark II Hornets, we have the F7C, F7CM Super Hornet Mark II. We also have the Triker Mark II as well as the Ghost Mark II. And for the Super Hornet Mark II, except the gimbal mount problem, I don't see any other problem. The nose guns are good. You can swap them, as well as the turret mount gun. are good. So Super Hornet Mark II doesn't have much problem. However, the F7C Hornet Mark II. Now, first thing you see the modules. For the F7C Hornet Mark II, we can use the Super Hornet Mark II modules. Perfect. We got extra 2 size 3 guns. However, if you go to vehicle weapons, weapon nose, this one is graded out. We used to have a nose turret, which you can put 2 size 2 weapons. But it's not the case anymore. I'm not sure if this has happened in the 4.7. I didn't check. But in the 4.8, this is the problem. Not only that, if you go to the SP viewer, if you look at the Hornet Mark II, and you look at the weapon section here, you don't even see the nose turret as an option. You see the module here, you can put a bolt turret, no problem, 2 size 3s, and missiles. However, you do not see the nose turret. Does that mean that they completely removed the nose turret from the Hornet Mark IIs? So this is a regular base F7C Hornet Mark II. And this is the same for the Striker Mark II, nose turrets graded out, as well as the Ghost Mark II, nose turret graded out. So if this is something that's permanent for the Hornet Mark IIs, then the Mark IIs can only have 2 size 3 and 2 size 4. No more 2 size 2s under the nose. However, this is not the case for the Mark Is. So if we look at the Super Hornet Mark I, this one's got everything. However, for the Super Hornet Mark I, the nose turret is also locked. You can't even swap the guns. It's a Bulldog repeater. You can't change it to laser cannons, as well as the top bow turret. Completely graded out. Now, the Heart Seeker Mark I is just another version of the Super Hornet. Let's check it out. Oh, not only the nose turret is locked for the Heart Seeker Mark I, the turret mount is also locked. You can only use this loadout, except on the wings you can change to different weapons. But the nose and the bow turret, you can only use what it comes. So next thing we're going to test is, can we manually swap those weapons and then save the loadout? Because I don't want to just use one gun here and with all sorts of weird loadouts. The freedom and ability to change the loadout for these Hornets right now is limited. Okay, now we're going to manually swap the loadout for this Hornet Mark I. Gonna detach. Oh! We can't! I unlocked the ship port. We can detach this size 4 from here. But the nose turret is not only locked in the vehicle loadout manager, but you can't even manually tractor it. Wow. They lock it tight. What about the turret? Oh, you can take out the entire turret, but you just can't take out the guns on the turret. Oh my goodness. Well, the reason I can think of is maybe because the F7A Hornet Mark I is a Squadron 42 ship, and the weapon is what's used in the Squadron 42, so that is why it's locked. But I couldn't think of another reason why they don't give us the freedom to change to different weapons. Oh man, this... Yep. And you can't even detach the gimbal mount anymore. Before, you can detach the gimbal mount, but right now, gimbal mount is also locked. Now, one test I want to do is if I can put a size 3 guns on there. Okay, this is a size 3, hence a repeater. And let's see. Oh, red! Wow! No! Size 4 gimbal can only put size 4 guns! Oh my! Yeah, this is gonna limit our loadout quite a bit. Oh well, it is what it is. So that's the problem with the Hornet Mark II. But for the Hornet Mark I, for example, the Striker or the Ghost Mark I, you still have the freedom to put a nose turret on it. And I think you can buy this from Area 18, but you can buy the nose turret for the Mark Is, as well as the bow turret for the Mark Is. So for the Mark I, you still have the freedom to change the loadout. You can use 2 size 1, 2 size 2, and 2 size 3s. So that's the problem with the Hornet. The problem is not over, but the video is almost done. Got another problem with the Gladiator. Because the Gladiator is such a wonderful ship. I made a attrition repeater video with the Gladiator like a week ago, but I haven't released that video yet because I got busy with 4.8 testing. That video is done, just one click of a button. I think I'm gonna publish it this weekend so you guys can watch it. So the Gladiator with attrition 4 and attrition 3 is really powerful. However, in the 4.8, they broke the torpedoes. The ordnance rack mount is empty. No torpedoes. Wow. I have no idea what other ship that broke in this patch. If you know, please let me know in the comments below. But the Gladiator is one of the ship. They took the torpedo away. And I also checked the Vanguard Harbinger. But don't worry, the Harbinger still has its 3 torpedoes. But the Gladiator doesn't. Hopefully, by the time it goes to live, they can add it, or maybe they're doing something to it. I'm not sure. But this is a PTU, so hopefully if this is a bug, they can fix it and give our little bomber back. And now let's continue testing with a Hornet Mark I. I know I cannot detach the guns from the nose turret and the bow turret, but we can detach this gun. Now this is a size 4 Reverend Gatling gun. The reason I want to do this is I want to see if we can manually swap our loadout while still save it as a snapshot in this new system. So attach this. There we go. Now let's store this ship. Oh, actually, let's check the insurance loadout. Oh, wow. It already detected this as a Reverend Gatling gun on my hanger. I haven't even stored the ship yet. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Let's insure it. Confirm. And now I'm going to just self-destruct it right here. I hope it's not 10 seconds. Oh, 20 seconds. Okay. I don't want to die. Climb down the ladder again. There we go. All right. Now let's claim and review items. Yes, Reverend Gatling gun. And claim insured loadout. And bring it back up. Now let's check down this side. Oh yes, Reverend Gatling gun here. Oh wow, this is nice. You don't even to send it to store the ship. The moment you swap the weapons on the pad, you can save the snapshot, and then it's saved. Wow, this is very convenient. However, I only tested the weapon, but in the next video, which I plan to do more testings for the vehicle loadout recovery system, especially related to duping. In that video, I'm gonna do more extensive test of this, but this is really good. Alright, so before I end this video, I want to add another test, which is regarding the fuse. Some viewers asking how easy it is to use tractor beam to place the fuse. For example, the contest zone's fuse door. Can we just easily tractor it? The reason is because I made a video showing that it is a lot easier to attach components and weapons with a tractor beam in 4.8. And now, fuse. Oh, the fuse is not the case. Yeah. Oh, it's gone. So the fuse is not the case. And you have to... Yeah, you have to rotate and place it in the correct direction. Oh! So try this one. And that's yellow. Yep. There we go. So for the fuse, you really have to place it exactly in the right direction. But for weapons, for example, this PDC, you can see as long as you get close, you don't have to rotate to the exact position. Now my PDC is upside down. I can just let go and it will snap. For this weapon as well. So this is the other direction, and then get close, let go, and it's gonna get snapped. Yeah, so this is the case for the components, weapons, PDCs, but not the case for the fuse. So I hope that answers your question. I know it's a little bit awkward to put this little test here, but I just don't want to make another video for it.